welcome back to the channel. This is Sypher 2 again, coming at you guys and bringing you guys another amazing video here today to the channel. And this shit's going crazy. If you guys have not, seen on YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, Facebook even, or if you live under a rock, or you magically solely only come to me for Call of Duty news content and stuff like that, then I'd be really surprised if it's that last option, if it just solely was me. But anyway, everybody has been talking shit about this Modern Warfare 3 campaign. I mean, literally everybody, the community, every YouTuber, even fucking IGN is shitting on this campaign. And I mean, literally, I literally saw two polls, like not even like 2 minutes ago on YouTube polls, like, rating the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. And they were both at like 80-90% that the game was just terrible. I mean, one of them was even like Black Ops 4 campaign was better than this. And it was like at an 85% score on the poll. And even myself, to be honest, think that the Black Ops 4 campaign was better than this. And if you guys don't remember, the Black Ops 4 campaign was literally just multiplayer and specialist tutorials with cutscenes. That was literally all it was. It was nothing else, just cutscenes. That was it. That was the entire campaign. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, at least in there, besides like the really weird chronological storyline of bringing back like old characters, at least it made sense. Like the story was consensed. You knew what was happening and you knew at the end of it what was to be expected for the future. Like if they wanted to continue it like with like Black Ops, 7, Ultra, 2056, whatever, right? You could honestly understand the story, like if you really wanted to. Be like, oh, okay, yeah, so she was the main villain and then she betrayed all of the specialists. Okay, this makes sense, yeah, that makes sense. Literally, that was the entire campaign. Literally, Modern Warfare 3's campaign literally makes no sense. The story is very just like kind of like empty, dull, boring. Like it has no cohesiveness to Modern Warfare 2. Like it honestly feels like Modern Warfare 3's campaign is like its own universe, because it doesn't connect with Modern Warfare 2. Because the first mission, they just throw you in like in a random fucking like just open mission gulag level, from like MW2, even though it plays 10 times worse from the original Modern Warfare 2. Like the only point in that mission where it actually is fun is when you're ziplining. That is it, and that lasts maybe 5 minutes if you really want to take your time and like really slow down and you die, like I did a lot because I was playing on veteran and I did not know like there's this enemies that came out of nowhere moment. But honestly, you could beat that in probably like 2 minutes, the whole zipline event. It's not even that hard at all. It's pretty dull, it's pretty boring. That whole mission is just really underwhelming. And I literally guessed by the beginning of the mission that we were playing the bad guys, and even then it doesn't make sense. Like, how did Russian separatists, or like basically like a own like warfare group, have enough money to buy a whole submarine? And I mean, no offense, pretty much anybody can buy a submarine, right, if you have that much money. But this submarine actually was functional, had probably anti-radar detection, that it was so good that it was better than the Russians, the Russian government's own technology. Like, how does that work? I want to know how that plot hole is opened up, because it doesn't make any sense. And also, like the one guy that you meet at the Modern Warfare 2 Shadows event, where Coney Group took the gas, he literally dies within like the first 5 minutes of the game. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what was the point of his character? Like, why did you introduce him to us? Like, he was a big major character at the end of like MW2's, one of the major cutscenes, for him to just die off like within the first 5 minutes. Like, what the, this doesn't make any sense. Like this whole campaign makes no sense. There's a bunch of plot holes, characters, say pointless lines for no reason. Like half of Captain Price's lines have no underlying plot and are just really unimportant, like in general. And I mean, here's the thing, right? It just didn't work. It just didn't work. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you guys IGN's actual review of it, because I think it's hilarious. So I'm gonna show you guys right here on the screen for you guys. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. It literally says, so the first thing that it says here is that he gives it a rating: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 single campaign review, 4 out of 10. Bad. And if you guys don't know, IGN hands out like 9s and 8s to fucking like everybody and their mother, as long as the damn thing fucking works. For Modern Warfare 3 to get bad from IGN, that means they really fucked up. So here's what the guy Simon says: underbaked, rehashed, and gobbled together from multiplayer parts. Modern Warfare 3 single player campaign is everything a Call of Duty story mode shouldn't be, which is literally true. I honestly believe a whole 100% with this guy's review, because literally when I was playing it, I'm like, didn't we just play this like map like 2 years ago? Like, it's the same shit. You're just like, it doesn't even make sense. So now I'm gonna show you guys like a paragraph that he said in his actual review, which I think is just completely 100% true. I'm gonna show it to you guys on the screen here as well. It says Modern Warfare 3 has perhaps the worst Call of Duty single player campaign I've played. It's shallow, dull, and plays less like the greatest hits and more like underbaked cover versions of missions past. It's too busy looking back at former glories rather than focusing on making any new moments worth remembering. Wrapped up in a borderline incoherent story with nothing to say, the only part we haven't seen in a campaign before falls flat. Bizarrely, gobbling together pieces of the Warzone mode into actively bad sandbox missions, abandoning all of what made Call of Duty so great at its peak, and instead delivering a dull string of missions that amount to a thoroughly disappointing handful of hours. And I gotta be honest with him, he says hours. To be honest, it's not even hours. Like, this game is literally 3 hours long. Like, if you play it on any other if you play it on veteran, you're barely gonna hit 4 minutes, and that's like if you're dying like 10 times every mission. Because to be honest, I literally speed run through like 4 of them. To be honest, the only reason why it took me so long to play them was because I was literally hunting for every single collectible. But if I really just did not give a fuck and just play the campaign mission, even the open world ones you could complete in like 5-10 minutes if you really gave a damn. Like, if you actually really tried, you could probably speed run those shits, because honestly it's so easy. There's no difficulty at all on any other mode besides veteran. On veteran, at least they actually hit you. Like, if you play recruit or regular, like, it seems like they have no AI whatsoever. Like, the AI doesn't matter like at all. And even on veteran, I was taking out jugs with only losing like half of my health, and I mean, I was really just standing in the open. I shit you not, I would stand in the open, waste 4 mags on this guy, and he'd be dead. There was really no challenge at all. No challenge. Now, I want to talk about the mechanics of the campaign, because I think that also plays a very crucial part to the campaign, right? So this campaign, right, they introduce some open world missions, right? Well, quote unquote open world missions. It's more like a sandbox kind of thing, where basically you have freedom of like a war zone part of, like, so like Warzone 1s, like you took, you know, little sections of like the map and they just made them quote unquote open world. So basically, like, they give you open world objectives like, hey, destroy these 3, you know, helicopters using different things, right? That's easy, right? And that's all it is. You know, you just run from point to point, basically running from gunfight to gunfight, because you can literally light the whole place on fire, and once you go to a new sector of the map, the enemy doesn't think you're there. Like, you're like, oh nope, that we totally did not see the other, you know, side of the map, you know, just completely get bombed. That totally didn't happen. Doesn't make any logical sense. Even when the alarms are going off, they're like, nope, we didn't hear the alarms go off. I don't know what you guys talking about. There's nobody here. Totally not. Makes no sense. Also, another thing I hate is the stealth in this game is stupid. Like, there's no stealth bar, there's no stealth indicator. It's just a fucking compass, a little yellow dot, and as long as he literally just fucking sees you for 2 seconds, you're spotted. There's literally no stealth in this game. Like, literally stealth is just amount to how fast you can drop enemies before they even detect you and set off the alarm, which is so crazy stupid that the stealth in this game is bad. It's even worse than Battlefield Hardline stealth, and that stealth was ass. So how it's worse than that, I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. Number 3 is that the quote-unquote customization of your, you know, class is dull. It's stupid. You can only use guns that you find in that level, and also you can't customize the attachments. So if you want to find a suppressed gun, you have to find one that's in that level, and oh my god, like the one with the cranes, is only like 3 of them. One of them's a shotgun, one of them's a fucking pistol, and I forget the fucking other one, but they're literally guns that are so useless and pointless that it's like, damn, I can barely hit anything across the map with these pieces of shit. And you definitely need suppressed guns, because if you're playing on veteran, they can definitely overwhelm you very quickly. And like I said, the stealth in this game is absolute terrible in the first place, so it is what it is. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. So that's boring, that's stupid, undeveloped. It doesn't make it fun, you know. Like, Infinite Warfare got the create a class right. In Infinite Warfare, in my personal opinion, had a way better story overall. Another thing here is, like, the story itself is so boring. Like, Like it literally, like, remember like 3 4 5 years ago, and we're like, yeah, they just took a fucking check mark and check mark these boxes of what they need in a campaign, in a first person shooter campaign. Here they didn't even include half of that check mark list. Like half of it's just gone. Like it's like they took the main things that made Call of Duty kind of funny and memey every year and just said, fuck it, I don't give a shit, fuck this shit, we don't need that list, let's just make a completely boring, dull, shitty ass campaign that literally you could probably beat in 2 hours if you really wanted to speed run this fucking shit. It's really no difficulty at all. Like to be honest, I'm like just flabbergasted with this campaign, like how it came out so bad. And I mean, even honestly, that's not even as worse as it gets, because like literally half the people who pre-ordered the game couldn't even fucking play it for 2 to 3 days until they fucking patched it, which is fucking crazy. And what's even worse is that patch even negatively affected people because it reset their battle pass and or their rank in multiplayer. Yeah, you heard that right. They broke the game for Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 hasn't even come out yet. What the fuck here? Like, what the fuck are they doing? And also, another good point to point out is, why do the graphics look worse than Modern Warfare 2 when it's on the same fucking engine? How do they look like they're fucking 2019 graphics? Like, and I mean, to be honest, some of 2019's graphics even look better than this piece of shit, because like the operators, like they look fucking garbage in this game. Like even Modern Warfare 2019 had better looking fucking player models than this piece of shit. And it literally came out 1 year later than from Modern Warfare 2. It's like, how the fuck do you fuck that up, Sledgehammer? Like, how? Like, what? It doesn't make sense. Like, to be honest, this whole game is just a fucking shit so far. And we haven't even fucking released it yet. By the time this video goes live, it'll probably be the 7th. So it'll be like in 3 days that it will release. But I want to make a whole other video talking about this game before the fucking game comes out. And I have to make a full honest review because, man, this game is the shit already. Like, don't buy it. If you already bought it, oh well. But honestly, if you're gonna thinking about buying this, don't buy it until it goes on sale, because it's not even worth $70. Like, to be honest, like if they charged $40 for the campaign, even though they did shit, and then also for just adding the zombies mode for $40, I could be reasonable with that. But charging a whole $70+ fucking dollars for the $100 fucking edition is not worth it, especially when half of the game is just complete other fucking, when 1/3 of the game is just complete other garbage. And multiplayer, in my personal opinion, is garbage because it literally is a downgrade in graphics and kind of gameplay from Modern Warfare 2. How? I don't know, but whatever. This game already immediately failed, and it is what it is. But anyway, if you guys have enjoyed today's rant / video, please leave a like rating down below. Also, tell me in the comment section below how shitty you think the campaign was, because man, the campaign was shit. They even killed off a character without me even like making it like any resourceful. They're just like, oh, they killed him off like a fucking side character. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, you probably already know by now, but they literally killed him off like he was just a side character. Like he did have nothing to do with fucking Modern Warfare 2's campaign at all. Like he wasn't the main star boy of that game. But whatever. But it is what it is, guys. I digress. Oh, like I said, if you guys have enjoyed today's video, leave a like rating down below. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I go live, upload a video, or upload a short to you guys for, on here, guys. And I will see you guys, when I see you guys. Peace out.